What is going on? It is Ghost Bandit here. If you watched my video this morning, you know that I am in Michigan. I did my drop off this morning, and that whole situation at the fuel island was just such bull. So I did all my drop offs. My first drop off was pretty early. It was 5 a.m. I showed up, and it's this little it's off of, crap, I can't think of the street now, but it's Gatoit or Gadoit Ave in Detroit. It's on Maple Street, and it's this little side street, and there's no parking unless you're in the docks, basically, and to back into the docks is right off the road, which the back actually wasn't that bad. But so I get back into the dock, and then the guy comes out, and it's a $200 lumper fee. First off, let's talk about lumper fees and that bullshit right there, okay? I was dropping off, I think, like 6 pallets, okay? I would hand unload 6 pallets for $200, okay? I don't know how much they're paying these people, but whatever it is, it's freaking highway robbery, right? I don't even pay for lumper fees because Prime handles it, but that is just highway robbery. You could probably start a lumper company, charge half as much, and still be $1 million company in like a year. Like, it's just insane how much they charge. And some are reasonable, like $100 to unload all 20 pallets. Like, that seems kind of fair, 150. But even then, you're on a forklift. Like, it's not like it's hard manual labor, you know? I mean, I worked for AAA hauling cars, and in a day, I made like $125 a day total, and I'd haul like 10, 11 cars. Like, and technically, the hauls are free because it's AAA, but still, like, that's way more work, and you're basically getting 3 tows for, I think it's like $100 a year. Like, I don't understand. Lumper fees need to be cheaper. But anyways, so you got to pay a lumper fee. If you're not familiar with how to pay a lumper fee, with a comm check, you have to call in, and basically you get the cash put on your comm data card. Then you call in and you register the check with the amount that they asked for, and then you fill out the check. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So I do all that. The guy comes out there and then says he needs an express code. Well, an express code is a whole different thing. And in the whole time in training, nobody ever asked me for an express code, so I didn't know how to do that. So I call up my dispatcher. He explains how to do it, and basically tells me that if they need an express code, they don't need a check. So I just need to, write the express code down on a piece of paper, essentially. So I wrote down the express code. I wrote down, the amount, and that was coming from us, just so that when he went inside, he could do whatever he needed to do with it. While I'm still waiting, I called my trainer to ask him about it. His name is Mike. He's a wonderful guy. I have nothing but nice things to say about him. If you're coming to Prime and you're going to go through the PSD phase, you thank your lucky stars if you get Mike. I won't blast his last name on here, but he knows who he is, and his girlfriend, well, he says his girlfriend watches my videos. And she knows who she is. Anyways, so yeah, I call him up, and he basically says he's done too. He's been here for I think a year and a half or 2 years, something like that. My memory's not that great. But he's done too, and the whole time he's been here. So basically, the whole check process that I did and the $200 advance, because that's how Prime sets up lumper fees, is basically useless. So I have a $200 check now that I have to cash myself, which kind of sucks because I don't want to carry around that much cash with me. But yeah, so that's how that started. So that was a shitty time. Then I go to my next drop off, and I'm there super early. I got there at like 7. So I was like, oh, I could play some video games, right? I get out my phone, I turn on my hotspot, and my hotspot's not fast enough for me to play. I wanted to play Call of Duty, the new one, Black Ops Cold War, so it's not fast enough for that. So then I decided, well, I got an hour and a half before my 9 o'clock drop-off, and I've already checked in, and they said they weren't going to call me till 9, so I'll take a nap. So I got the Green Meanie out, which is a super loud alarm clock. If you have trouble waking up, go to a truck stop and buy one of these things. Basically, every time I wake up, it's like a fight or flight response going on out here. Yesterday, I was sleeping at the opposite end of the bed. I don't know if there's controls here, and there's a little table right there. Well, I was sleeping with my head at the opposite end, and that thing went off. I freaking kicked the table. I thought I broke it. I kicked it shut real hard. Luckily, it still works. But, so I set the alarm on that. It wakes me up like 10 minutes before, and then they give me the call, and they give me the dock number, so I get up, and I'm still kind of groggy. So I get up, I start driving, and I hear something fall on the back. I turn around. Well, before I fell asleep, apparently, I decided I was going to drink a Mountain Dew, and I left it on top of my fridge. I had only had like one sip. I poured Mountain Dew all over my floor. I was so upset. Thankfully, it's not sticky. So that happened. And then from there, that was a pretty quick unload. They were great over there too. I had no complaints over there. I went to Thermo King and to get my APU fixed. So you would think that if I went to Thermo King to get my APU fixed, we'd be all set, but that's not the case. That's not how today goes. So I head over to Thermo King, and I give them my truck and everything, and I put myself on off-duty split, sleeper berth split, because my thought is that I hadn't driven that much that day, so if I did a split, I might be able to pick up a load later in the day after the Thermo King. I'd have 6 hours of drive time, but I put myself to off-duty, and that does work, but I didn't know that beforehand. Later on, I asked my dispatcher, and he says he's only ever seen people do sleeper berth then off-duty, so your mileage may vary on trying to do it that way. But so I drop it off there, and they get to work. I leave to go to Citizens Bank and open a business account, because you have to have a business account to get your checks deposited after the first week. So I open a business account there, which was not difficult, but it was a little complicated because the LLC that I have is registered in Missouri, but I'm from Rhode Island. So, and then now the bank account has like a Michigan routing number and stuff like that. It's just weird. So I leave there with my folder, and I decide, oh, you know what, I really like to get some pizza. You can get pizza at truck stops, but it's never that great. And so I decided, Detroit, they probably make good pizza, right? Right? So I go across the street and I go to a pizza place, and right on the sign it says, halal, Sal's halal pizza, or halal, something about halal. So I didn't know what that was at the time. So I go in there, and I'm ordering a calzone because I didn't want to get a whole pizza. It's just me. I see there's halal options, and the halal options are more expensive. In my mind, more expensive means better quality. So, like an idiot, and the people at Sal's Pizza are very nice at the one I went to. If you're ever in Detroit and you're at the Thermo King in Redford, if you want to take an Uber ride over there, they're so nice. I definitely recommend it. So I asked them, I was like, is the halal stuff better? Which do you prefer? And she looks at me and goes, the halal stuff it has no pork, so I don't think it's better. And I was like, oh, well. I thought it was just some fancy stuff. Sure. I don't get out much, apparently. So I order my food, I eat there. Then I leave. I gotta get another Uber ride to get back to Thermo King. I get back to Thermo King, and I immediately realize that I have left all of my Citizens Bank documents for the account that I just opened at the at Sal's Pizza. So now I've got to call them and explain to them how big of an idiot I am. So now I'm just hoping that they didn't like look through there and get all my information and stuff. There was 2 checks in there because they give them to you. Luckily, I mean, there's only $100 in the account, so like it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, it's kind of a big deal long term. Oh God, what else? Hired. So yeah, so basically, I just left all my bank information right there in the open for anybody who wanted it. I had her read me off the debit card number because I needed that for so that I could do the online enroll for Citizens Bank, so I could have all my accounts on all on one thing, so I can transfer money easier. And then I asked her to dispose of them for me. Hopefully she did. I mean, like I said, they were fantastic over there. They were very nice, then humored me with all the questions that I had about halal food after I realized that it was not that it was not just fancy pepperoni. So I get to Thermo King. So I'm back at Thermo King now. And I call up Citizens to get all that stuff set up now. And then the repair guy comes out. Now the repair guy was very nice. He answered all my concerns and everything, and he comes in and he says, "Hey, I've got your APU running, but the heater itself has a problem now. It starts up and pukes out a bunch of smoke out of the back, and then will kind of like shut off, and then if you restart it, it runs just fine afterwards." And then he said he could fix it, but it would be another hour. I thought, yeah, screw it, let's fix it, whatever. That way I can have everything working, right? And so he tells me that the main problem with the APU is that the fuel pump had gone out. So I said, okay, is that going to solve the AC problem? Because the AC would blink if you turned it on. And he said, yeah, of course, because if it's not getting fuel, the AC can't turn on. And I thought, all right, that makes sense, like, sure. So, I mean, he seemed like a really nice, genuine guy. So I leave there. Everything is free. It's taken care of under warranty. The screw-ups continue. So now I'm trying to get a washout because my trailer is kind of dirty, if we're being honest. How it got dirty when all it had is boxes. How does any trailer get dirty when the only thing in there is boxes? Like, I have like a bunch of like black rubber dust in there. Like, are they doing burnouts in the forklift in my trailer? Like, come on now. There's like black like marks on the ground where like they rammed into the pallet and just kept on ramming forward or something. Like, it's not freaking Tokyo Drift forklift edition in the back of my trailer. So I decided I'm gonna get a washout. So I look on the Prime on our Qualcomm to see what the closest Prime service is. It's I can't think of the place's name right now, but it's 5 miles away. It's real close. So what do? After leaving Thermo King, immediately miss my turn. Fantastic. So it was a U-turn, so I just have to go a little bit farther down to the next U-turn. Not a big deal. We start going the other way. What do? Miss. There's a fork in the road. I choose the wrong fork. Right? So what do I have to do? Another U-turn. And I'm not saying like a U-turn in the middle of the road. There's like built-in U-turns on the road I was on. So I do another U-turn. I start driving down the road, and I'm supposed to take a left on Plymouth Ave Street, something like that, where they're supposed to be the washout. Missed the turn. Fantastic. So now at this point, this turn was like the turn that you definitely didn't want to miss, because the next I rerouted, and all I kept on doing was acting like I was going the other way. I ended up kind of like doing 3 right turns to be able to turn left back onto the same road I was already on, and I went through kind of like, it didn't say no trucks, and so I mean, I guess it's fine, but it was kind of like a residential area. but there was no sign saying don't turn in there, and the road I was on was a known truck route, so, you know. So, I get turned all the way back around, start going the right way, I take my right turn onto Plymouth, and I come upon where there's supposed to be a washout, and there's no washout. I don't know if this washout is behind a building or something, but there's no signs that even say this washout's name. So, I just have no idea where it is. I'm gonna look on Google Maps tonight because I have a pickup scheduled for tomorrow. Now, they sent me the pickup and it said it was supposed to pick up at 1:30, and apparently I can't read. 1:30 tomorrow, and apparently I can't read because what I saw was it was supposed to pick up at 1:30 today. So, I, being, the thinker, decided I'm going to go buy a broom and just sweep out the back because it was mostly, just dry stuff. And it wasn't like super messy or anything. So I go into the store and I buy a broom. I sweep out the back. And before this, I messaged my dispatcher, Glenn, who's a great guy. Hey, I see that it was supposed to be ready at 1:30. I assume it's a drop and hook trailer. So I say, hey, I see it's supposed to be ready at 1:30. That means it's already ready. I assume it's going to be fine for me to go over there and get it, even though I'm a bit late, since and it was also sent to me already past the time. And so I'm rushing, I'm making sure I'm trying to get everything good and ready so that I can go get this trailer. And, I got to fuel up my trailer and everything, so I'm getting all ready. And then right after I get done sweeping the back, I came out as a new broom, so it doesn't want to really get into the grooves real well. So, that was kind of a struggle. I get a message from Glenn going, this load doesn't pick up till tomorrow, right? So I bought a broom for basically no reason, because where I am now and where my pickup is, I'm gonna have plenty of time to get an actual washout, because there's another washout place. There's another washout near me. I'm still gonna look to see if that one that I went to yesterday actually exists, because it's on the same road as my pickup. So yeah, that's how I ended my day. Sweeping out a trailer, rushing around to figure out how I was gonna clean it out so that I could grab this drop and hook when it doesn't even pick up till tomorrow. It's been a long day. Between me not being able to read and forgetting about things today, it's just not a good day. But anyways, I just want to give a shout out to my trainer's girlfriend, if she actually does watch my videos, which still, if she does, I don't know, I think my trainer might just be messing with me and saying she does. But if she does, and you need Pampered Chef stuff, she's definitely the person to talk to. I will see if I can get a link to her, like a personal Pampered Chef link for her, so that anybody who wants to buy Pampered Chef stuff can buy stuff from her. If you're looking for a burger press, they make a pretty good one. I was gonna buy one, but it was like $7 shipping. So that's a little rich for my blood. But anyways, that is all today. And once again, if you're not already on our Discord, please join the Driver Hub Discord. You can talk to me, Driver Lineup, Johnson's Logic. I believe Do It All Trucking is on there. No Hippie Trucking is on there. Jeffro Jeffro is on there. I can't think of what his channel name is right now. But come on, join us. We have a good time. You don't need to be a prime trucker or anything, just to hang out with us. So that is all today. As once again, that link to that Discord will be in the description down below. Hope you all have a wonderful night. I hopefully don't have a video coming out tomorrow. I really hope that tomorrow is a very uneventful day. But if it's not, I'll talk to you all tomorrow. And if anybody has recommendations for a tripod or a selfie stick or something, that would be great, because holding this phone, like, look at this, like if I was to put it down here, like, look how fat I look. Like, my arm gets tired holding it up. And I'm a big guy, but not like 350 pounds. But anyways, I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. And yeah. And for anybody who's watching who's a trucker, just keep on trucking and be safe out there. Have a good one.